Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome back. So today's is this cute little summer design. I do this using pigments, but by all means use gel polish. So for the base, I'm using that new cookies and cream that I got from Thankyou. It really is a lovely, lovely pale nude. So I'm using a white gel polish, and as I've mentioned before, this one has like a drier tacky layer. You'll need a matte top coat, some black gel paint, some spider gel. I have a black Born Pretty one. And then my little, very, very old box of pigments. And I have a sparkly liner, but you could use a drop of glitter, you could use a gem, whichever one you fancy. So for this nail, I'm going in with my white. So you could also go in with a white, you could cure it, you could then put on a layer of matte top coat and then half cure that and put your pigment into that. Or you can do what I am and go in with a white that has like a drier tacky layer. And then the others, I am going in with a full layer of the cookies and cream. I only do one layer because I'm doing on tips. And really, to be honest, one layer is enough. This is fairly decent coverage. And it's a really, really nice pale nude. It's not like overly pinky. So this one would be definitely good for the autumn sets when I think like the more neutral tones and the peachy tones are good if you're going to do a nude with a nail. So it finally rained and the heat is finally broken a little, and I must say it's quite lovely. Quite lovely. So I've popped them into cure, and I'm also going to be using a fine liner and my pack of dotting tools. And then you're just going to want a brush for your pigment. I haven't tried it using the eyeshadow applicators, but you probably could. So there's like options for brushes, the fluffy brushes, or there's like, I call them like stippling brushes. They're my preferred method for my pigments. So those are all cured, and I'm just going to pop a bit of white gel polish on my palette, and that's just so I have something to dip my brush in when I'm kneading in my lines. Now you can just draw your shape with the fine liner, go in and colour it in. I prefer to get the most of it on with a very thin layer with the brush, and then go around and neaten my lines. That way just works better for me, but always work the way that suits you most. I do faff around with this one today, honestly. Now, I'm not quite sure what happened with this design. So obviously I tried this one first, as I showed you it in the beginning, and then I redid it again for this video because I was really quite happy with how it turned out. But I do not know what went wrong with my pigment blending this time. I did pigment blending the other week on the splatter video, and the colours blended beautifully. Same gel polish, same pigments. And today, honestly, there's like a giant whacking border and they decided to act like a prat. So for this one, I did a line down the centre. It was definitely not entirely straight and it didn't entirely reach the bottom, but that is fine, because then I'm going to go either side of that to thicken my borders. That was just kind of like a guide of where I want my line to be. And then I'm just going out and smoothing these. Now you could also do this with gel polish and a blending brush, you know, and ombre your gel polish, and then use a cleanup brush and solution down the sides to give you that clean line. Or I have seen, and I've done myself, you know, like, I call it like electrical tape. I'm not sure if that's what it actually is, like the little black rolls of tape. I used to use them quite a lot for plaid nail art. So you run that down either side of the nail to give you your borders, and then you could dab with your sponges and ombre that, and then you just pull off that tape, and obviously you have your nice neat lines. You may just need to neaten them slightly with some cleanse and a brush, but that way would also work. And then this one's just going to be my solid half a nail. And then I'm just going to pop all these into cure. So we're ignoring the white, but I am going in with a layer of top coat, but only on the nude. And this is just to stop the pigment from transferring. In hindsight, would it have possibly been better to paint the nail nude, top coat, and then do the white gel polish? More than likely. But I apparently felt the need to make things very awkward for myself. So I think I'm just popping these into cure as I am pulling the other ones out of the lamp, and then they're going in a nice little circle. I have another video that I'm currently editing, and that is the gel polish swatches from the nails I got. I did not get nails. I got gel polishes from Nail and Beauty Excellence in the £2 drop. I'm just editing that at the moment. I'm having to bounce between my iPad and my phone to do that though, because for some reason it's saying some of the video clips I took are corrupted. I have no bloody earthly clue what that means, but it's not having none of it. So I'm having to edit some on my tablet, where they're apparently completely fine, edit some on my phone, and then I'm going to attempt to join them together, and we will see how that goes. So that one is just in the editing stage. Right, so these are all cured. And I'm going in with the lighter colours first, and then I'll go up to the darker shades. I'm not sure if I had so much trouble because I went for the pink and the purple, or if for some reason I have no idea, unless the gel polish just chose to be an arse. Yeah, because I have picked quite dark harsh. I have picked quite dark colours, and there isn't really an in-between for the purple and the pink, is there? Whereas with the splatter nails, I was choosing in-between colours, so they kind of faded. I may have to give it a go with other colours. So I'll just dust off the excess, and then I will just follow this along with all the rest of the nails. Always starting from light to dark. You could also pick one colour, go across all the nails, like do all the light pink first on every nail, then do all the medium on every nail, then do the purple, and it would save you actually cleaning your brush in between and messing around. I think I even tried switching brushes at one point. So I watched a video today by a lovely, lovely sunshiny lady called Nails by Vitalugo. And she had a really, really brilliant idea for a nail video. So she showed past clips of past videos where she'd done Temu hauls and things like that. And then she picked out items from the clips that she hadn't actually got around to using. You know, like sometimes you order so much stuff or some stuff, and then you put it away in a drawer and you have ideas when you order it, but then you don't actually get around to using it. So in their new video, she shows you the clips of what she got and her unboxing it. And then she does the design with those items so they're actively getting used. And I just thought to myself, you know, that is an absolutely brilliant idea. Because everybody does it, don't you? You order, you put away, and then you're well-meaning enough, you're meaning to use it, but then you don't actually get around to it. And I will admit to having more than a few of those. So they've all done. They've had a good extra dust. And we are just going to go in with a matte top coat. You can use a shiny. I just personally prefer matte. I do show at the end of the video. I go back over this set with a shiny and hold it against the original set I showed you at the beginning, which is covered in matte, so you can see the different effects. But I'm top coating this because we'll be going in with the spider gel and then the flowers. I do love spider gel. I mean, not when it gets everywhere, but it's definitely fun to use, and it gives you those thin, teeny tiny lines. So I have popped on a glove because I found the best way for me to use this is to dab a lump of it onto my thumb and then work from there. So I have a metal dotting tool with a very, very pointy end. So I'm using that, but you could use a cuticle wood, an orange wood stick. What are those things? A cocktail stick. Or the pointy end of a nail pusher if you have one. But I'm just going to drag that backwards and forwards just to give me some cute lines. Now I did have a set of these in neon. I think I must have bought them, good lord, about 5 years ago. From Wish. But I recently ended up selling those because I think they got used like all of once. They were fluorescent and neon in colour, so they're like really, really good for like festival nails and summer nails and stuff. But honestly, the white and the black get used the most because they just give you that extra little detail on a nail. I did notice as well, this one dries with a tacky layer. So I'm almost curious to see whether I could rub chrome into that. I have like a raised chrome effect. I haven't tried it, but you never know. So I do the same on all. I do have a thing, but I couldn't find it. So it's metal like this. But then it has like loads of sticks coming off it. It's specifically for spider gel. And you just move the sticks, as many or as few into position as you want. But I have no idea where I put it. That's what happens when I clean up. I move stuff and then I can't find it. Although it is nice to work on that gloriously clean desk, I now have lots of room. I did find lots of new stuff though that I've been getting in the nail mail boxes and things and haven't used. That have all been started to be put into a box for another giveaway. So these have all cured, and now on my palette I have just normal black gel paint. You could use gel polish. So I'm marking out with the dotting tool. if you can hear the noise of the washer in the background, I do apologise. I swear that thing was silent when I bought it, but as time is going on, it's starting to sound like a damn jumbo jet, honestly. It's so noisy. And it's coming up to its spin cycle. So I am just popping these into petals. Now, I did have trouble with the raised lines of the spider gel. The ones in the petals in the middle, I couldn't necessarily get them to move and do what I wanted because of the raised lines of the spider gel. So, an answer to that question, although I didn't try it because I'm stubborn, so I carried on, could possibly be to do the spider gel, then go over with a thin coat of rubber base, thin coat of builder gel, or if you have one, quite a thick top coat, because you do get some brands that have really thick top coats. Tip it upside down, then cure it afterwards, so you make sure it doesn't just fill in the gaps, it kind of covers the lines, and then that would smooth your lines out. And especially if you're using a gel paint, because most of them dry non-tacky, so that would be fine just to be on top of your top coat. And it would definitely make it easier running to do the petals. So I just repeat these in various sides on all the nails. I then use my dotting tools for the cute little dots along. As you can see, my nails are still going strong as well, so the hand that doesn't have the glove on is the Kohana, and that's that hard gel that I got as PR. They're the ones with the baby extension since I bit all those nails down. But the hand in the glove are getting what is for me ridiculously long. And those are the ones that have the Lucente Fusion Builder on. I hope they do. If they don't already, I hope they bring out a hard gel version, so I can extend with it, because that stuff, I swear to God, it's like glue. I think I got my first bottle in a nail mailbox, sat it in a drawer for ages, never used it, and then when I finally came to using it, was cheesed off I hadn't got it out sooner. I've honestly never had anything stick like that. I don't know whether the fibres make the difference, because I have tried fibre gels, the hard gels, and I can still struggle with lifting. I don't know whether it's because this is a fibre with a builder, so it has the flexibility, but the damn thing just sticks to my nails like Gorilla Glue. It just doesn't move. It's awesome. But I do think I'm going to have to file my puppies down. My boss actually thought I had fake nails on the other day. She thought I'd, extended them, and she was worried they were going to pop off. And I'm like, these are my actual nails. And she's looking at me like, And I'm like, no, I'm serious. Look, flipped my hands over, went natural nail. So those have all cured. And I'm just popping in with my glitter liner just to add a little something to my flower tips. And then I'll pop those in. So that is the original design that I did. So that's in the matte top coat. And these are the one I've just shown you. See, same gel polish, same method. And can you see the difference in the colours? I do not know what it was playing at. And I'd literally done them half an hour apart. So I no clue. Just goes to show gel polish can't always be trusted to behave, and neither can pigments. So the original in matte is on the palette, and the one I have just done with the top coat is on the stick, so you can see the difference between shiny and matte. So thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you give it a try, and if you do, pop a pic in the community. I would absolutely love to see it.